Oh. Forgot I hit the live button. Okay. Hello, my friends. How are you today? Hi, Shauna. I think I slept okay. I think. Not really sure at this point. Sleep kind of like isn't even something I can think of right now. Like the hi Peroska. So I started on my new medication, right? Well, the shakes totally have hit me now. So if like cameras and project are bouncing, please forgive me for that. Um, yeah, because man, I'm like so shaky, it's not even. It's ridiculous. Okay. It's so ridiculous right now. Um, so anyway, I just hope I adjust to this medication quickly. So, um, how are all of you? This could be like a really, really weird live, but maybe all of them have been weird. What's on the menu today? Not much, honestly. I feel like the shakes thing, like jitteriness, is definitely made it hard. But I did have a little bit of jello, uh, and then I'm working on a shake. There's mashed potatoes later. I'm trying mashed potatoes. I just, my body's like trying to deal with this shaking thing, and so it's like can't handle food things again right now. So that's special. So special. This is what my doctor and I are hoping, that it's only a few days. Because 3 years ago, it was 2 weeks. Like, I was jittery for 2 full weeks. Like, that, it's not fun. I don't know why it, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do this because it's what I have. So, um, like, I know it's a thing, but it throws you for a loop. Even if you were expecting it, which I was, but uh, so I just have 2 hours. 2 hours, and then I've got my 24 hours in for this weekend. Um, and then it's like I'm jittery, and it's like anxiety inducing because it's jittery, and so then I'm wondering, like, should I take the other medication? Except the other medication is like I'm not supposed to drive because of it, but like I have to drive at some point. So like once you take the medication, for how long are you not supposed to drive? And so I feel all kinds of a mess right now. Hi Casey, how are you? You did maybe 2 hours with working kids. You got what you could, right? Where's my needle? I should have labeled this stream like, careful, I don't know. I really don't know. Oh my gosh. Enter at your own risk. It does make playing the piano very interesting. Like I was at church and I play the piano for whenever I am needed to play the piano for, and like I kept trying like stop. Like, legs, you need to stop so I can play. It was not super easy. So, getting some stitching in while the baby naps. Hopefully, baby naps a while then. Or at least long enough. Whatever long enough is. We need a topic, guys. We need a topic of conversation that can maybe focus me a little bit. I don't know what that is, but can someone... Right, like the one medication is like it's loraxapam, I think. It's a fast acting anxiety medication, and yeah, and my doctor is like, don't take it and then drive, but I'm like, don't, like I have taken it before, so I do, but I've taken it like at night, so I know that I can get back to sleep with it. But I don't know what it's like, daytime. I don't know. It's okay. At least I know that right now it's because of the jittery thingies. Can someone come over here and do my frogging? It's driving me crazy. A really short trip. I don't think I'd be a good candidate to do your frogging, Catherine. Like, I'm shaking too much. Well, Alaire and Shauna, you're like in the same state. It's not snowing one bit here. Oops, clear. Pretty sure you threw that snowball. You started the snowball fight here? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry if things are shaking. I'm trying. Can help you throw it at combine powers and throw it at Kristen. That could take a bit. I can't help with the snow thing. I have nothing. Now I've got, it's kind of rain. I kind of have rain. Hi Jess, how are you doing? I can already tell that stitching right now is going to be really interesting. Well, I haven't even I don't bother to look at the, oh my gosh, whatever. Um, hey Deborah. 3 Ohioans right here. Um, like that's a pretty high percentage right now. Diamond painting with your migraine. Did it stay lower or did it increase again, Jess? All this beautiful shadings make it impossible to follow threads full amount. Any tips? I don't have any frogging tips. I just try to take a deep breath and figure it out. I mean, what is it that you're frogging, first of all? Like, is it a full coverage? Full cross, half cross? Shauna, did you try 1/1 full cross on the 28 count? Um, because the 1/1 on full cross on 28 count also looks decent, but the two would be two stranded full cross would be really bulky. Full cross. Oh no, you've got fractionals. Sometimes when I have to frog things, like I will pull it through from the top and then I flip it over and pull it through from the bottom so that I can follow it every single way possible. I know some people just take a seam ripper to it. I think that's true too, Alara. 1/1 full cross is slightly less bulky than 2/110. I think so too. It just depends on if you want a single strand or a double strand. Hey, Inherited. Thank you. I really like my thread choice for this piece and fabric choice. I do. Stitching is too. Oh, that. It, mm, pray? I don't. I don't know, Catherine. I'm so sorry. That's right, Shauna. That is something to remember. Is that the blends will require two. I'm smart, just not. I'm super jittery. That's all. This is an ink circles pattern called Cirque de Carreaux. I don't even know what fabric this is on or anything. I think maybe 32 count. 32 count Belfast linen. The colorway is Stormy Night, so you can see the modeling in it. And I'm using this silk, which is super, super pretty. It's not unlike my hair. It's a lot lighter than my hair, but my hair is like blue and purple right now. It's first, so. It's it's not a big piece. What's funny is that I'm looking at Pattern Keeper and it says I've got like 1,000 stitches, but I'm like over 6% done. So it is small. I really like working with variegated floss. It's fun to like decide what pathing I want to take on it. There are a lot of stitchers who do work in hand, or like stitch in hand, even on full coverage. I only do it on like my small projects that I'm traveling with. Feel backward today instead of stitches in as a goal, it stitches out. I mean, I guess it still counts as stitching time, right? If that helps at all. morning you were laying in bed messing around on my phone and my cat was off to the side of the wall, kind of crashing around. I feel like there's more to the story and it just hasn't happened yet. Lara, those are the two that came to my mind as well. Jemima, the rocking stitcher, and Sarah, Stitch Mommy. I really like the ease of switching projects when you're stitching in hand. Like, it's so easy to pick up and go and like just get going. Um, but I don't know if it's like the way I hold my project or something, but if I do it too long and there's a lot of fabric, it starts hurting my wrists. There, see, I knew there was more story. Um, Sunshine from outside reflecting off some part of your tablet and making a bright spot as she was trying to catch it. Danny stitches hers in hand also. I loved when my cats played with the laser pointer. Then they got old and they didn't want to play with it anymore. Jess, I think it's looking good. I really do. I love those beads in her hair. Have you tried looking at it just from like a little further away? Because when I hold my phone like at arm's distance, it starts smoothing together a little more. If you don't have health, you don't have much else. So your granddaughter wanted to take her cat in the snow today and the cat didn't like that at all. I know some cats do, but most cats wouldn't like that. Pretty sure my cats would be solidly in the nope category. I understand, Jess. Hopefully. Hopefully. I think it's starting to look really good. Like you've gotten in some more of like those other colors in her skin. And I think that as you get the whole shading of her face, like her skin color tones in, it'll start clicking it together a little bit. cat does not do the great outdoors at all. My cats like to go outside. Well, they both like to go outside, but only one of them will go outside. But they don't. They like to stick right around the deck. It's not like they're wandering around or anything. Your cat is 12? Mine are 14. Yeah. It's fun that she's 12, but still wanting to play with the light. That's fun. It's not like a kitten that's very curious. There are still 3 more shades to add, so I'm hopeful. Yeah, and they're like still getting a lot of lighter shades too. So, funny story, I got an email this morning from YouTube that yesterday's the really long stream in the afternoon, um, that there's not a problem with it, but they picked up on my Disney singing. I think specifically Little Mermaid. I can't remember. I'd have to read the email again. But they're like, basically, this is not a strike against you, but Disney can monetize on your channel if you want to. Like, you still can. You can add, like, I could still turn on monetization for that, and it would be fine. Like, but it was just kind of funny to me. They're like, because I didn't do any copyright infringement, right? Like, I wasn't playing their actual song or anything, but I was singing my own song. It was just kind of funny that I got an email. Like, heads up, Disney can monetize on your video. She only learned to successfully hunt mice at age 10 or so. She only decided my bed is a good place to hang out a year ago. I'm not sure. My don't know what my cats would do about a mouse. I'm like, they're not going to get much money off of monetizing that video. Not that many people are going to be like, hey, a 9-hour stream, let's watch it. Hello, Linda. And I got one about yesterday's, but not like the day before. Like, I sang songs 2 different days, but it was yesterday's is the one that they were like, ah, we got it. It's funny. We're gonna, maybe it's because I finally got like all the lyrics to the Little Mermaid song. Because that was definitely something I did yesterday that I didn't do the day before. Disney should pay me for singing their song. Disney doesn't care about me. Does she ever bring you presents? Like, are her mice ever like, here you go, Mom, here's a present for you? One, two, three, four, five. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. My cat does not go outside, and I have a dog the size of a small horse that will knock you down to play in the snow. My puppies love the snow. We just don't really get any. But when we do, they totally love it. It is a good song, Linda. And it's one that I actually managed to get all the lyrics to. That one and Colors of the Wind are like, I guess I did Let It Go well enough. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's good. One time one of my cats brought me a leaf. That was nice. Like, I can take a leaf as a present. Okay, but at least you don't have to clean anything up. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh. I know. My cats are wild. You've only had birds as pets? You had reptiles when your boys were younger. I've never had a bird. I don't. I would not be a good bird owner. Yes, Rachel, happy Chinese New Year. I've kind of been avoiding thinking about how it's Chinese New Year because I can't eat any of the food and I'm sad. Like, once I can eat food again, I'm gonna have to do something and we'll see. It is the year of the rabbit, which is the year, the same year as the year I was born in. I guess I should say, Gong Hei Fa Choi, which is not exactly the same thing as Happy New Year, but it's like their greeting. Um, it it more, it's kind of like peace and prosperity to you, kind of one of those things. Because they don't actually say Happy New Year's. They say, like, blessings upon you or things like that. What I learned to say was, Gong Hei Fa Choi. Your favorite Disney songs are Let It Go and the Tango song she sings at the Lantern Festival. Um, the na da 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 la da 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 la da da da, and at last I see the light. Is that the one at the Lantern Festival? Clearly I don't know all the words to that one. but I was successful. I'll let it go. So, Shauna, you'll have to tell me what happened in Atlanta and California because I don't keep track at all. That's the one? Okay. And it's like the fog has lifted. Do I know a lot of traditional Chinese cooking? Okay, first of all, it's really hard to say what traditional Chinese cooking is because there's very much regional, and then you have to decide like what time period you're talking about. So I'm not really sure how to answer your question. I know how to cook some Chinese dishes, and I could cook more if I really wanted to, but again, it's very regional what and time period. So my whip reminds you of Save the Stitches. I think I know which one that one is. This is fun because each of these tiles are different. These little tiny ones and this size, there's multiples of those, but all the rest of the tiles are set up completely different. You like the Gaston song? I failed at trying when I tried to sing the Gaston. I did not do well. Maybe if I had the lyrics in front of me, but off the top of my head, it did not work out for me. Did it come from China? That kind of cooking. um, some of what I know how to make came from my grandmother. So, but that could still be kind of an Americanized Chinese cooking because, um, like her parents came over from China to the States, so my great grandparents, um, but like the kids, at least I'm trying to think of if it was all the kids, at what point, like were some of them born in China and then came here? I can't remember, but they were still very culturally Chinese and everything. But that doesn't mean that at some point the things that, you know, you cook don't get like their Americanized thing. You'll be in my heart no matter what they say. You'll be here in my heart always. Always. That was too low. I'll be with you. I'll be there for you always. Always and always. Just look over your shoulder. Okay, I need to count this instead of just kind of guessing where I'm going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I know how to make bao, but it's been a long time since I've made bao. And it's like a dip. Okay, bao means bread. So like chasu bao is like a barbecue pork bread roll. Um, so chasu is pork, but their their bread is different from our bread. So it takes some different ingredients and some different approach, which is it took a couple tries before I got it right, but it's been a while since I've made them. If I could think of how that song starts, I'd sing it for you. Um, or I could just look up the lyrics, Suki. Okay. Cause yo, don't stop your crying. Is that how that one starts? Come stop your crying, it will be alright. Hey Magnolia. You're working from home. You're welcome for the company. It'll just be a few hours, but I'll be here. Oh gosh, thank you. It helps that I don't see you guys. um, yeah, it does help that there's riots in Atlanta. Is that what's going on? Is that also the same thing that's going on in California? I mean, let's not go into detail here, but I'm sorry if that I really don't do any news stuff, and I do that for emotional health reasons. So tread carefully with what you share, please. I get really nervous singing in front of people, so the only way that this helps is that, like, I don't see your guys' faces. Stop crying, it'll be alright. And just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. That's awful. No matter what they say, you'll be in my heart always. Always. I'll be with you. I'll be there for you always. Always and always. Just look over your shoulder. Probably not. He'd be like, dude, I still sing that better. I'll be with you. I'll be there for you always. Always and always. I started it low. Hi, Leanne. I am very jittery today, which is causing some additional anxiety, which is great. And it means I'm eating less. I mean, who has the rights to Moulin Rouge? They didn't come for me. Neither did Wicked. Neither did... I guess I just... what else? What else did I sing? I sang Rent at some point. Guess it's just Disney. Only Disney cares. I think mostly what they were just letting me know is that, like, because you use Disney music, Disney can monetize. Like, really? It doesn't mean I can't. It just means they also can. I don't think I have seen that, Deborah. But it's also possible I have, and I just don't know that I have. Let it go. Let it go. I know. I bet you Disney wanted to monetize on the Stepsisters song in Cinderella. I sang that one so beautifully and perfectly. That's what they wanted to monetize. That bit right there. Oh, Leanne. I got an email this morning or overnight. I don't know. I woke up to an email saying that from YouTube, saying that yesterday's stream, um, like, hold on, I can pull up the email right here. Your video may have content that is owned or licensed by, um, insert all the names that they have. There's 3 different names, but it's still available on YouTube. In some cases, ads may appear next to it. If this is your performance of a third-party song, then you can still make money from this video. This claim is not penalizing your account status. You can review all the copyright details of your video in the Creator Studio. That's what it says. It's just funny to me. Oh, maybe those other ones are the other. There are 3. So it could be Disney, but also 2 other companies. So they liked my songs. No. It's just so funny. It doesn't mean that they will monetize, only that they have the right to. Also, even though it was my rendition, I guess. Oh, it just makes me laugh. Like, it's not like I did anything that is wrong or anything. Maybe I should start singing songs from like lots of other places now and see how many people want to monetize my stuff. Like, how many more emails can I get because of that? Who knew they would pull you on for singing? I know, I feel like I've been pulled over by the police for like literally not doing anything for chat. Like I didn't use any soundtracks. I used nothing. Which is why I know that they can't come after me for anything really. I don't think they could even like tear down my video. Maybe they could, but since I didn't use their actual music, no original music was involved. Hey Joe, how are you? No music was harmed. Well, that we can't say that. I definitely could have harmed music by all my lack of lyrics. I think Frozen is full of funny songs. I was just thinking about this. Like, you've got the windows open, so's that door, right? And you have the whole verse about, like, Tonight imagine me gown and all, fetchingly draped against the wall, the picture of sophisticated grace. Ooh! Suddenly see him standing there, a beautiful stranger, tall and fair. I want to stuff some chocolate in my face. But, oh, and then you've got love is an open door. Love is an open door. And there's a line in there about sandwiches, right? I mean, it was crazy. We finished each other's sandwiches. That's what I was gonna say. Joe, you're also in Ohio? We've got like 4 Ohioans in here now that I know of. I know Ohio is like representing. Oh, you're in Columbus. I used to live there. You received an email about Birds and Berries series by Tone Emblem. She said she had it in her shop, but sold out right away. Oh. It's always a good sign when things sell out. Though it makes it hard if you still wanted to get it. You like it there? I lived there for many years. I grew up there. And then I lived there again as an adult, so. This pattern is ink circles. It's called Cirque de Carreaux. And I'm using this silk. Which I love. For the first time in forever, I finally understand. For the first time in forever, nothing's in my way. picture of sophisticated grace. I don't know how to path this. You're getting closer to finishing your diamond painting, Jess. Thank you, Leanne. I I think I really like this one a lot. I do remember the Westland Mall. I had never been, but I do remember the area. I grew up in primarily like the Obetz Grove City area. I mean, those are not. Obetz was where I grew up, but anyway. Um, Before we moved down towards Athens outside of Columbus. But then as an adult, I lived like right by the airport. So, my sister still lives in Ohio. Um, she lives on the west side near Hilliard. I wanna stuff some chocolate in my face. What's your issue, dear? Why are you holding yourself back from such a man? Is it the clumpy way he walks? No. Is it the clumpy way he walks? Or the clumpy way he walks? Or the square shape, square, I don't know, of his feet? Today may be the day to watch her Alara's Whip Parade. I recommend it. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. Take lots of breaks. Stop undermining yourself, Alara. Oh gosh. Shauna watched it 3 times. That's funny. Leanne watched it while working. Need to stop ripping and make lunch for your kiddo. You'll be back. Alright. I'll be here for like another hour. Always get a drink and snuggle in for the long ones. It's nice because working on my treasure hunt bookshelf, that gives me like a good solid chunk to watch something normally. Now I'm like a week behind, and anybody that yeah, week and a half at this point, I feel like. You just made Nathan lunch. I'm not about to bake anybody lunch, so. I did get a soup that was not chicken noodle soup. That in the store it sounded good. And now I'm not so sure. Wanna stir some chocolate in my face. Wow, I am all over the place. Whew. Hey, Ball, how are you? But then we laugh and talk all evening, which is totally bizarre. Nothing like the life I've led so far. Do you wanna build a snowman? Or ride our bikes around the hall? I think some company is overdue. I've started talking to the pictures on the walls. Hang in there, Joan. I'll get the Etch and Go Gangbuster on the bookshelf. I'm good. I'm good with like my regular thing. Like my regular daily stitches. Okay. I don't have Benadryl, Jess. But if that's gonna help, I will get it. Wow, Leanne, really? Past 2 in the morning, that's crazy. I hope you were able to get sleep. I'm glad, Ball, that you're doing well. I'm trying to make it past adjusting to my medication. I'm very jittery. And I'm realizing that being jittery is affecting what I can eat again. Just half a dose is all it takes, not a lot. Okay. I just hope that the adjustment is not like 2 weeks long. My doctor said hopefully this one will only take a couple weeks or days. I'm like, okay. We'll see. I have a child and pets. How do I not have Benadryl? I don't know. I don't have allergies. I don't get sick, and neither does Kaylin. Like, I don't have a lot of medications. Like, my medications are like all headache related. I know and if I have other things, like they expire and then I throw them out. Well, dispose of them, right? Like that's it feels like they expire a lot. Bees, mosquitoes, jellyfish? Well, okay, so we've not been stung by bees even though we do get them in around. Mosquitoes, it's honestly never occurred to me to take Benadryl for mosquitoes. And when we had the jellyfish issue, we were out of state. Like, it wouldn't even have helped us if I had Benadryl at that point. And for the mosquitoes, like, unless Benadryl is going to keep those mosquitoes away from me, I do have, like, witch hazel and geranium oil helps the mosquito bites themselves, so I don't know. I didn't know Benadryl came in an ointment form. I I guess it counts. I don't know. Mm. That's why it was funny. The Benadryl gel is the best for ant bites or mosquito bites. Yeah, I can see that. Having something topical. Honestly, medication like Benadryl and stuff, I'm going to guess that there's a fair amount of, like, I don't know, mother influence that I should probably think about, but I don't know. Whatever. I just don't don't use Benadryl. It's like not a thing I think about. Oh my gosh, I keep pulling out my thread. Maybe I should just end it. Even though I can get a whole nother stitch in it. You forgot to do laundry last night. You're really hoping your husband is not naked. I'm going to say that it's probably safe to assume he's not. I don't know. Could be wrong. I just feel like that's a safe assumption. I need to move this. Come on. There we go. There we go. That looks better. It's about 50-50 to be honest. Like, I don't know. I don't even have words, Jess. Thank you. It's a beautiful variegated silk that I'm using. And it works really well on this gray fabric. I love it. I mean, I have questions on why one has to wonder if somebody is dressed when they go to work. Laundry today or naked tomorrow. Or just rewear your clothes, I don't know. He's the only one there today, so yeah, you're gonna go with 50-50 chances. Oh my gosh. But he had to get there. And I would assume that he would wear something in order to get there. A bathrobe, maybe? Maybe he's wearing a bathrobe. Nothing like the life I've led so far. Well, this is true, Jess. I don't. You're not wrong. He'd do it just to say he did it. Oh, goodness. It's okay, he's from New Jersey. I was born in New Jersey, but I can't claim the same because I was 3 when I moved, so. And I don't ever say I'm from New Jersey since I didn't grow up there. Oh, man. That's what I say to everyone when they look at him funny. Because you're from here and we are not at all like New Jersey. You're like, it's okay, don't mind him. That's funny. It's okay. They do things differently. It's okay. How long have you been married to him? I'm just curious, since we were talking about this yesterday. Like he doesn't know any better. You've got regional differences. have to live in fear. "4 years come March, but together for 7 years come May." I like that. I was at church, and a lot of several people could tell something was a little off with me, mostly because of, like, I'm like literally trying to hold myself together because of the jitters, which hit this morning. Like, I was fine until I was like sitting there in church services, and then I was like, oh, jitters, wow, they just hit. Anyway, but I was talking with somebody about your comment prompted this thought. This lady, she's a little bit older than me, not like much older, but she's a little bit older, and has been divorced twice, I think, and is just kind of done, I think. And so we've had conversations about that before, but today we were talking about how culturally the religion that we were in, are in, I guess you should say, like, okay, and I'm not bringing this up to slam on any kind of religion. I'm really bringing this up for, like, just how it affects me, or how it has. But we talked a little bit about, there's kind of these messages that you receive, right? Like, do this, do this, do this, and everything's going to be great. Like, it's all gonna work out. And we're like, and here I am sitting here like, but I did that. I did those things. And it didn't happen. So, I don't I don't know. It just kind of makes it hard culturally sometimes to, like, make certain decisions. But then, like, I talk to other people outside of the religion who are like, the second marriage was always the better one, or the third. Like, I figured it out, but it wasn't the first one. And, like, it becomes okay in a way that it doesn't within the religious culture, if that makes sense. I don't know. So I like hearing about people I like hearing that people's first marriages work too. Like, I like hearing that as well. Yeah. I yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's so much healthier than like this mindset of like, I don't know. It almost feels like, well, you're stuck. You made promises. Also, that's exactly basically what my mother told me. She was not, she does not approve anything that I do. Yeah, yeah. It doesn't mean that maybe, like, there's, I suppose, always potential for something to have always worked out, right? Like, but that becomes like an if game. Like, if that was the case and if this was the case, then maybe. But like that, like you can't live in that if maybe. You have to be like, but this is what it was. This is what it was. You've been with your partner 18 years. You got engaged just after a year of being together and you're still waiting to get married. I clearly something's working out there, Leanne. Like, I'm not even saying that marriage has to be what everybody does. Like I know a lot of people who are like, we don't need the constructs of marriage to be committed, and they're very highly committed and have been together for years. Make it happen. But it's obviously yes. See, but I love that, Leanne. I really do. I love it. Tuesday, you're gonna do a chat with me diamond painting video. Should you just record it like last week, or should you try going live with it? Depends on how comfortable you are, Jess. I haven't actually watched your last one because I've, yeah, haven't been able to with anybody, but Jess, that's so funny. You had to count the years. Oh. I personally think, Jess, that going live is a lot of fun. And for me, it's great. It gives me energy. It gives me like it's great. Watch the one from last week and let you know. But I do know that some people don't like the pressure of being on this side, whether or not you have a camera on you. Like just being on this side, you're you do have the primary responsibility to, I don't know, keep it going or whatever. And I don't have a problem with that, but some people struggle with it. But maybe you don't know until you know. You could try it and see how you like it compared to the one before. was brief and horrific and not relevant anymore. Well, and it's also been years and years. Like having that time for it to be in the distance helps, I'm sure. You have to get to know me to add questions ready because I have a bunch of new people, so I figured I would do that. Yeah. That's always good. I've honestly never done a recorded one. All of mine have been live. So I don't even know. I almost feel like for me there's more pressure to do anything recorded like that. But like I said, I know that it's just me. You might feel bad if nobody joins the live. You won't know unless you try. And with it being like a first one, people aren't used to like looking for that. So I would guess that somebody would join though. At least one person. You can also like announce it ahead of time. Like I'm terrible at doing that, but you could. Why not? You never you honestly you really don't know until you've tried it. I love the interaction. Um and even when like after I log off, like I'm not drained. Yeah, Magnolia, that's a good point. Like there are a lot of people who lurk. A lot. And they still love being on lives for companionship, for like yeah, that they're being kept company even though they are either unable to comment or just don't want to. Sometimes people are shy, but they still want to be in your presence. But between 10:30 and 11. What day did you set? Tuesday? I may be able to join. It depends on how I'm doing with Kaylin's school. We'll see. Since I'm taking this one day at a time, I don't know how I'm going to feel and what I'm going to need at any point right now. Switch laundry. Deborah, you watched it. Yeah, see, I think there's a good amount of people. Oops. You don't have to live in fear. Say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly. Magnolia, do you mean me or Jess? Mine is the Brown-Eyed Stitcher. Jess's is the same as her screen name, Stitches of Sass. I know, and the support has been like truly amazing. Like, truly amazing. I know that I'm like reaching a point where I'm like, okay, maybe I can start dialing it. Like, I was able to, like, I took a bath this morning just to, like, and I was okay. The last time I showered, like, those 15 minutes were awful. But this time I, like, was able to take a bath and I'm like, oh, I can do this. And so, like, hopefully I can find, like, this better balance with not monopolizing everybody's time. But I've been so grateful for the support. I sincerely wish I had a way to know all the unique viewers from this last week plus. And I wish I could thank every single one personally for being here. there's no way I could have gotten past without you guys. No way. Thank you, Aimee. I know you've commented some, though. you, you have both lived and loved, Jess. Oh. Showers and baths are great. We are here should you need us. I know. And I still will. That's the thing. Like, I know I still will. Just maybe with finding a balance somewhere. Well, start finding a balance again. But it's not like I'm trying to rush it or anything. I'm just noticing that I will be able to a little bit more. Fat fingers and autocorrect, probably. It's been like a week-long retreat, you know? And I think a lot of people have gotten to know each other too. Not just me and you, but like cross chat as well. You could have blamed it on autocorrect, Jess. I think I was very desperate. Like, I knew the potential for how bad this could be. And I knew it was going I recovery was going to matter on if I reached out or not. Yeah. I probably would have spiraled into depression. Um, if I didn't have all the support that has been coming at me all week. It was autocorrected, but you're trying to be nice to Siri so she stops that nonsense. It's like you're in a relationship with Siri. I also truly did not know how many people would like respond. Like that has absolutely floored me. I literally need one more stitch on here, and I don't think that I can get it out of this thread. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this. One more stitch. Well, one more full cross, so. Okay, one more. Go down one more. I did it! I really love deciding on the pathing of the variegated in this piece because like I can change the look completely depending on how I path through this. Like I know this one I went around and around and around. This one you can see I went down, and yeah, I love it. It looks good. I have like 20 minutes left. 15? I don't know. I can't obviously read the clock very well. She's like a know-it-all teenager. Nope, that's not. There we go. Completely agree with you there. Completely. I really don't want people to feel like they're alone. I do hope that people, and I think I think you guys do, like I want people to know that they can really come to me if they need to, like for anything. Like you just need to not be alone. Like, do you need to know that you're not alone? Okay, let's do this. Because sometimes it's hard, and sometimes you just need to say, please don't leave me alone right now. And then people know. Aimee, absolutely. I was like, I'm almost there. I don't want to start just for that one stitch. There's you know that quote, it takes a village, but I think in our modern day, so often we don't have our village any longer. But like, you guys are my village. And I hope I'm part of yours. I concur. It's so official sounding, Joe. I don't want to jinx this or anything, but my legs aren't shaking so badly anymore. Like, does this come and go, or am I done until I take the medicine again? Like, will I be shaking again later tonight? I Later tonight. It's only after mid-afternoon. It's cloudy. The village of Suki. Oh, hey, I like this idea. Um, that gives me an idea. Ah. I happen to like my village a lot. I'm very fond of you all. The Suki village with all the love. So, what's fun about my name is it's a Japanese word that means love. It's not why my parents named me Suki or used Suki, but I have since learned that that is the case, that it's a Japanese word name that means love. So, when you say Ball, the Suki village, it makes me think of like that, the love village, but Suki. I just dropped my pen. Oh, both four. Thank you. The problem is everything is so segregated. Work colleagues via Zoom means less actual friendships and friends and smaller fewer. Yeah. Yeah. And it can be hard to have that like in-person things. Like we don't need to rely on other people as much as we used to. Like we've got stores, so like if we run out, we just go to the store, right? Um, Things like that. I have my own struggles, and my family is okay, but they don't get me and how you think you're making progress. And you are, but then something happens and you're struggling again. Yes. Yes. I get that. because it is hard, and you're like, what? Unless they've experienced something that also is their own, like, thing that you're trying to make progress with and then struggling with. I feel like everybody probably has something that they're struggling with. This is something that I've been talking with Kaylin a lot, actually. Is so she's 13, right? And she'll say something sometimes about um, maybe a friend or a family member or something, and but it'll kind of be one of those comments like, well, why can't they just do this, or why can't they see it like this? And so we're able to have a conversation about how people are different. We're individuals, we're unique. We all have different life experiences. We all have different ways of thinking. Like, we're literally wired differently. And it's not fair for the other person for you to place yourself, like to project yourself onto them. Like, it's okay to ask those questions, like, well, why are they like that, if you're actually trying to understand where they are coming from. But if you're just using it as a way to judge, like, let's remember, people are people. They're individuals. They're not dumb just because they're doing it differently than you. Aimee means beloved, but you're actually Amelia, which means struggling. Harsh but fair. Oh. Well. You're like, let's stay with Aimee. Suki's a nickname for me, so, but I'm still gonna claim it because it's what I've always gone by. Okay, so I'm going to finish this tile. And this, we've officially crossed 2 hours of this live, which means I have officially finished 24 hours of cross stitch this weekend. Which is beautiful. But I think I'm going to finish this tile and log off. It's Sunday. I knew I was only really going to have these 2 hours, so I've got other things I must deal with. Go to. Not deal with like it's a bad thing. I just have other things. Scheduled, whatever. Okay. This could be interesting. Like, I've got chorale practice tonight, but like my brain focusing on music is this could be rough tonight. So hopefully it's not so rough that I start crying, because that could happen. Although I know it's okay if I do cry. They will probably love me and hug me, and then we will continue on our merry way. I thank you. This one, I always get a lot of compliments on this one when I pull it out. The variegated floss is so beautiful. It's a Silks for You floss. I got a half hank of whatever this color is. PR090. Just breathe, you can do it. I know. There's also somebody who sits, there's two people who sit close to me at the piano. That's where their seats are in the choir. And like, they don't know all the details, but they are aware that I'm undergoing stress, and so like I feel like they would both definitely reach out and like, right here, Suki, you're fine, and kind of center me there. Thank you, Magnolia. It's great to see you here. Literally have no idea when I'm gonna go live again. I assume that I will tomorrow, but I don't know. Okay, Jess. Thank you, Amy. I think hugs do help. Somebody asked me yesterday, like, what can I do? And I was like, a hug. I need a hug. I need the physical, like, thing, please. And she was like, okay, here you go. It was the best. One more stitch. And there we are. There, I did 3 little tiles because I forgot I did this one. So I did a tiny one and like a little one and this one. I like it. Thank you. I'm just, it always feels good to finish 24 hours of cross stitch too. So, all right. Thank you for being here, friends. I will see you around somewhere, here, Discord, Instagram, somewhere. And yeah, thank you. Have a good rest of your day wherever you are. Mwah, much love. Bye.